Well, hello. Welcome back to Soul Search Sunday on January 10, 2021. Still trying to get used to this 2021 business, but every time I think about the kind of year that was behind us, I feel very glad to be alive and relatively well and to be here to talk to uh, anyone who watched my video. Quite often, I get asked by people, how come you are so forgiving? How come you are so tolerant? How come you're so generous? How come you don't be more assertive? How come you don't be more aggressive? Yada, 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 yada. Well, at least for people that don't know me very well, most of my friends that know me uh, pretty well, those of my friends that have been with me for 10, 20 years, will tell you that you do not want Johnny to get to that aggressive, assertive point because it is not a nice person that come out. But there is an answer that I give, an overall answer, which is, well, when you're blind, you got to learn to be nice. I know, that may sound a little fatalistic. I know that there are some pro-blindness group out there. Is there such a thing as Blind Life Matter? There should be, but I haven't heard that yet. Let me know. Whenever someone starts a Blind Life Matter group, I'll go sign my name on it. But anyway, that's diverting from the main topic. I know that if you are one of these people that say blind people can do everything, blind people should be 100% independent, blind people shouldn't have to put up with this, shouldn't have to put up with that. Great, I agree with you, and I know you are saying why are you saying that when you're blind you have to be nice? Why do we always have to be nice? When we're angry, we should have the right to be angry. And you would be right. But the key word here is should. Should. Not everything is everything that should be. And that is the reality. That is the reality of this world. That is the reality that I learned. And today I'm going to give you guys three little stories that illustrate how I learned this very basic but very brutal fact of life. That being blind means I should try to be nice. This was when I was 12 years old. It was a sunny afternoon, and me and my younger brother, actually Peter, my half brother, we share the same father but not the same mom. I'm saying that because it's relevant to the story. So Peter, my younger brother, and I, we were in the yard with toy swords. There were swords made out of foam, so they wouldn't hurt anybody. And we were duking it out. Good old fantasy knights and dragons style. Like having a good old fashioned sword fight. Now, I started to practice martial art when I was not even 9 year old. I was like 8.5 when I started learning martial art. By the time I was 12, I was very, very good for people my age. I already had taekwondo, judo, and a bit of swordplay in my arsenal. So, needless to say, I was handing Peter his butt left, right, and center despite him being sighted, despite me being totally blind. I was winning, and I was very cocky. I don't remember everything I said, but I remember that I was cocky. I remember I said, "Man, how can you be sighted and still suck so much?" or something like that, and remarks such as, I can use my left hand and still beat you. Heck, I can probably have my legs tied together and still beat you. I was talking a lot of crap. Next thing I knew, without me knowing, my stepmother, who was Peter's mom, who apparently was watching from the side, had enough of it, and she stepped in, grabbed a wooden sword. Okay, we started with foam sword, like this little styrofoam sword. She stepped in, grabbed a wooden training sword, and proceeded to smack the holy hell out of me. Was what she did wrong? Of course, of course. I mean, there's no question about it. What she did was uncalled for. But did I hate her for it? There's a lot of things that she did that make me hate her even today. But I did not hate her for this one. Because while I was recovering from the bruises she left on my shoulder and arms, I realized that she taught me a very good lesson. That just because I had the skill, just because I had the ability, didn't give me the right to be that cocky, especially when I was blind, especially when the person who grabbed that wooden sword could have been my younger brother, Peter. My younger brother Peter could have gotten mad and grabbed that wooden sword and did the same thing to me that she did. Would it be honorable? No. But was what I did really all that honorable? Probably not. So, lesson I learned from this first incident was when you are blind, don't be an asshole. When you're blind, don't be an asshole. Fast forward 2 years. I was 14, going on to 15, and at home we were starting to see some really rocky, really uh, tur- tumultuous turmoil, real family turmoil going on at home. Things were getting really bad. And one of the things that was a common occurrence was my sister, Alice. The time is now 10 p.m. My sister Alice had this tendency to claim that she was suicidal and try to get everyone to do things the way she wanted. Okay, so we didn't know how to deal with that at home. We never dealt with something like that at home. And she had everyone kind of bullied. This one night, my mom called me into the bedroom, into the master bedroom, and my mom asked me, just between you and me, what do you think of your sister's threats of committing suicide? Just between you and me, what do you think of Alice keep saying that she's going to kill herself? What I didn't know was before calling me into the bedroom, there was this conversation between my parent and my sister Alice. And basically, it went something like, Alice, you need to cut this out. Your brothers, they all think very little of you. They don't feel sorry for you. They hate you. They dislike you because of what you've been doing. And no one feels sorry for you anymore. Here, we'll prove it to you. Stand there in the corner. And then they called me into the room, and my mom said, just between you and I, what do you think of your sister's threats of committing suicide? I was blind. I was totally blind. I didn't know my sister Alice was standing there right there in the corner. Without a second thought, I said, I think it's really tacky. I think it's a really bitch move. I think next time she say it, we should just let her do it and see if she really does it. If she does it, she does it. If she dies, she dies. Who cares? I am sick and tired of it. I was so surprised and chagrined when my sister Alice let out this sad, mournful scream, charged out of the room, went into the kitchen, grabbed a knife, and really tried to kill herself because of what I said. It took us whole night to sort that out with her, and her relationship and her and my relationship and my relationship with my sister Alice was never the same after that. Never the same after that. The lesson I learned from this incident was when you are blind, be on your guard. When you are blind, be on your guard. Because you never know who, when, where is going to set you up for something like this. She was standing right there in the corner. I didn't even know it. Fast forward 2009. I was attending a big party with a couple of good friends, and one of my good friends said to me, he said, "Hey, I heard you can really drink. I heard you can hold your liquor." I said, "Well, yeah, I do pretty good. I can, pretty much hold my own against anybody." And he said, "Good, good. I brought this huge bottle of tequila. What do you say that you and I have a drinking contest tonight, and I'll drink you under the table." I was like, in your dream, there's no way you're going to outdrink me. So, as the party progressed, him and I found a table, and we went ahead with our little drinking contest. I don't remember much of what happened at the end of that night. I there's like an hour of that evening that it's just gone from my memory. I have no idea. I just remember waking up on the floor at home and realized that I felt awful. I felt that I was going to throw up and my head was going to explode and the whole thing. It wasn't until next day that my good friend, I put quotation here around the words good friend, called me on the phone and he said, "Man, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And I said, "Well, there's nothing to be sorry about. You outdrank me." No, nothing to be sorry about. He said, "No, you don't understand. You were the only one drinking. I was drinking water the whole time." Was I mad at him at the time? A little bit, a little bit. But once I calmed down and thought about what he did, I realized he taught me my third very important blindness related life lesson. When you are blind, be humble. When you're blind, be humble. Because if someone is going to set out to get you, they will get you. You wouldn't see what they're doing. You wouldn't see that they're cheating you. They will get you. When you're blind, be humble. In fact, what he did actually benefited me a few months later when I took a trip to China. Because I don't know how many of you know, Chinese people love to challenge people to drink. Just a bit of a PSA, if you ever go to China, do not, and I said absolutely do not tell people you can drink, because they are going to uh, do everything they can to drink you under the table. They are going to give you drink until you're throwing up. And after you throw up, they'll give you some more drink. And then after you wake up, they'll make you drink some more. They'll make you drink until you admit defeat. And then they'll laugh at you and tell you that you can't drink. That's what the Chinese people like to do. Okay, it's not even teenagers, like elders, men, women, teenagers. No, they like to do this crap. Chinese people make drinking a very serious competitive thing. If you ever go to China, people ask you if you can drink. Just say, "Oh, no, no, not really. I can't drink much." Now, be humble about it. That's what I did, and I actually was really glad for what my friend did to trick me and make me realize that when you're blind, you should be humble. Because when I went to China, I felt totally secure in saying, "It's okay. I can't really drink. It's okay. It's okay. You guys have fun. I don't want to compete." My nanny Maru always taught me and still says this to me today. She says, every time when there's bad things happen to you, when there's injustice being done, when there's naughty things being done to you, rather than spending time to think how much you hurt, how much you are wronged, and how much you hate people, spend some time thinking how much you learned from the experience. Because as long as you learned something from the experience, then it was not a bad experience. Thank you for checking out today's Soul Search Sunday. We'll be back again tomorrow for Music Monday. For now, have a good night.